next battle.
The big monster with the shell on its back is called the Longwy. For some reason, it's afraid of lightning. A single flash in the sky and it's off and running in the opposite direction.
Meal time's over!
Do you think this'll fix the paradox?
Yes. Now let's head back before Snow gets himself into more trouble.
Why, are you worried about him?
What? No. Just figured you'd be itching to see him again.
If there's one thing I know about Snow, it's that he's as tough as a behemoth. I don't worry too much when he's off on his own.
You know, I couldn't do what you two do. Staying apart and doing your own thing even though you love each other. You never know when someone might disappear from your life. Take it from me, you have to make every moment count.
No.
But it's okay. I believe we can change our fate. If I didn't, I wouldn't be here. This gate, it feels different somehow. What's the deal here, Mach?
Let's take a look. It's been sealed in such a way that an artifact won't open it. We have to search within this time period and break the lock that binds it, Kupo.
Snow! That's enough.
You really don't know when to quit.
Looks like I needed the cavalry after all. Maybe going solo was a bad idea.
You knew you had no chance of winning. Why did you even try?
Fang and Vanille, I guess. I knew it was stupid. But the pillar is getting eaten away bit by bit. I can't just stand by and watch. Not when those two are in danger.
You couldn't just sit still and wait for help, could you? Typical.
Hey, I do what I do, all right?
You're the worst of them all. I hate your kind. You think you're everyone's protector, everyone's hero. But who do you save, really? You even realize how useless you are? Do you realize what you do to the people you're supposed to protect?
Now you wait just a damn minute. You've been looking after Serah. And back in your own time, you protected your village and your friends, am I wrong? Seems to me, you and I are pretty much the same.
No. You don't get it. You don't know anything. You're wrong, we're not the same. I couldn't protect anyone.
No? You know what, forget it. Maybe you're right. You've got to survive. Because if you don't, then neither will anyone you love. Listen, I'm sorry I charged in on my own.
Snow.
I guess what I'm saying is, you keep looking after Serah for me, okay?
Huh? Snow? What's happening?
The time is up.
Wait, but we resolved the paradox.
Maybe that's the reason. The timeline is correcting itself. Things that don't belong in this era are disappearing. Snow is a contradiction. He comes from a past that no longer exists.
No! Stop it! I won't let you go!
Sorry, Serah. I can't be with you here.
No! Please don't leave me! I can't lose you over and
It'll
over!
be okay. Heroes never die.
A secret? But how?
See.
Snow!
This is what it means to change time.
Why did he have the brand? Who made Snow on the sea? Why?
He might not have been forced. Maybe it was something he asked for.
Not in a million years! Who would be insane and stupid enough to do that?
What if you needed to protect someone, and you could only do that with the power of the l'Cie?
Everyone knows what happens to l'Cie. Succeed or fail, they're doomed.
Snow only cares about the people he's trying to protect. Damn the consequences. Damn himself. If it means helping my friends, I'll gladly become a l'Cie. Sound like something he'd say?
And you hate him for that.
Yes, I hate him. But I understand him too.
That's it. I've decided. Snow is always putting himself in danger, trying to save others. So, I'm going to save him. When I became a l'Cie, he did everything he could to help me. Now it's my turn. I swear, I won't stop until I find him again.
Okay. And I'll make sure you do. He asked me to look after you, remember?
Koopa?
When two people part and go their separate ways, their memories split as well. Some people wish they could go back and be together like before. Others look forward to the day they can meet again. Serah, the future is yours. Follow your path. Don't stop now.
Okay.
Shall we?
Let's.
Will you allow this?
It is not for me to decide.
Another detour?
It's easy to get lost when you leap across time, Kupo.
We can go back to the gate anytime. Let's take a breather.
Oh, thanks.
Say, Serah. You remember when you told me that you saw lightning in me, in your dreams?
Kupo?
Yeah.
Are you still having them?
No. The last time I saw lightning was the night before we met. Although, I've had lots of dreams about what happened the next day.
Okay.
Why do you ask?
I was just curious.
All right. My turn. I want to know about Yule.
I don't know anything about either of the Yules you met.
What do you mean? She could be a time traveler, right? Just like you and me and Snow.
I don't think so. She's like a reincarnation. A new Yule born over and over. In each generation of the Farseers, a girl with the same face, the same power is born. That girl is always called Yule.
So you're saying every age we travel to, there's a different Yule waiting? A Yule from Erba and a Yule from Yasha's Massif.
But they're all different. And neither are the Yule I knew. Although it took me a long time to actually start believing it.
Kupo.
Noel, I've been thinking. If we keep traveling through time and resolving paradoxes and changing history, doesn't that mean the future you come from will change along with everything else?
Perhaps it'll become a future where I never existed.
Is that possible?
Sure it is. But it's okay if it does. There's too much sadness in my world. Your future. It'd be better if it never happened at all. Well, come on. Let's go. We've got a date with Lightning, remember?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kupo?
Wow, check it out. What is this place?
I don't think it's a theme park. Maybe a casino? But I've never seen anything like it before.
Well, I guess it's worth taking a look.
The power to influence the future. The power to alter destiny. Such an ability may, if one was not careful, change a person's fate for the worse. Such power was never meant for mortal man. There are none who possess the wisdom to wield it. Serah, you must seek out your own answers as you waver at the edge of despair.
Wow. How do you build something like this?
A little bit at a time, I guess. It probably took a lot of people working together over decades, maybe even centuries, to make this city what it is now.
They had a vision for the future, and it grew from there, huh? You know what, Serah? I used to think the only way to make a better future was to change something right away, in the here and now. But creating something for people to build on? That's not a bad idea. Right? Even if it can't be completed in one lifetime, it's still worth starting. If you believe that someone in the next generation will take up the same ideal, then the dream lives on.
That sounds like Hope's way.
I wish she could have seen it.
Yule, you mean? She's very special to you, isn't she?
She was, but I couldn't protect her. Oh. Huh?
Threat level Sigma. All sections of academia on high alert.
What threat? I hope they're not talking about us.
The bots must see us as intruders.
That can't be good. We should look for a way to slip through.
This terminal's on. Shall we do some snooping?
Snoop away. We can't fight back if we don't know what we're facing.
I'm working on restoring the network. The database is being flooded with corrupt information.
Corrupt information? Is that a side effect of the paradox?
That's the current theory. At this rate, it will be long before the entire network is infected.
Is there anything we can do to help?
There is. The paradox seems to be spreading from our topographical databanks. If we can replace this section with the correct data, maybe we can stop the corruption.
And we can help you do this?
Yes, you can. What we need is data from places that someone has physically visited. We need area maps that are 100% confirmed. I sure hope we can restore all our time.
Not this way.
More this! No, I think we're trapped.
I think you're right. All right, we give up. We won't fight anymore, so why don't you show yourself? Kreiss.
Pretend to capitulate and buy yourself time. It's not a bad strategy.
You've got no reason to fight me, Kreiss.
Wrong. You are the enemy. You are contradictions in the timeline. I have every reason to eliminate you. 200 years ago, you learned the forbidden history, and were entombed in that tower as a consequence. But now you stand before me alive and well once again. What can that be if not a paradox?
Towers and forbidden histories? What's he talking about? Could it be something from the future?
Could be. Maybe at some point we travel 200 years before this time and encounter Kreiss there. But I don't plan on letting him kill us.
There is no mistake. You are one and the same. A distortion, a contradiction.
Kreiss, this is unlike you. If we were in your way, why not just stop us yourself?
A fitting sacrifice was required for you to comprehend your transgressions. To that end, I enlisted some assistance.
Serah!
Your very existence poisons the timeline and invites disaster.
He really is convinced we're the cause of this paradox, huh?
Vermin, if this tragedy is to come to an end, no trace of you can remain in this reality. You have learned the true history. I cannot let you escape.
Guess we fight. Another pack. You! No! Get away from her! You! Are you okay? No!
No!
You will...
No! Look out!
I've got it! You'll lie!
I saw death. If I were to live, it would bring contradiction to the timeline.
But why?
It's because of us. Just like Kaya said, we're causing a paradox to occur. Because of that, Noel has to... She has to...
Kreiss is not here.
You mean he's not here in the city?
Yule, hold on, please!
No, I am not the Yule you once knew. But thank you.
For the love of Etro, don't thank me. An artifact from Yule.
She's showing us the way.
Yeah.
Papa.
Yule saw everything, you realize that? She knew exactly what would happen today. There was never a time she didn't.
But even so, she didn't try to avoid her fate.
It's the law of the Farseers. Seers must not change history to save themselves. Because if they do, they can doom thousands of others to a worse fate instead. How about it? Ready for the truth?
The law of the Farseers. It's a terrible thing to live by. Because to obey it means someone has to sacrifice themselves. Lightning, tell me, is there no way for us to save everybody? Noel and I are traveling through these gates because we believe we can change our fate. But even as we do, I can't forget what Yule said. She said Kreiss isn't in this city. But if that's true, who was it that we met here? Yule wanted us to come here.
The gates link places and eras that are connected somehow. Do you remember the Forbidden History? The one Kreiss was talking about? I'll bet we'll find some clues here.
200 years ago, you learned the Forbidden History, and were entombed in that tower as a consequence.
Could this be the tower?
Thank you for accessing the Academy datanet. Welcome to the Academy datanet. The Proto-Fal'C project was begun in 13 AF under the direction of the Academy. The objective was to develop an artificial Fal'C in order to re-levitate Cocoon. The project was proposed and designed by Alyssa Zidell and directed by Hope Estime.
Do you realize what this means? The Academia Fal'C must have been built by Hope.
He needed the power to float Cocoon.
Vanille and Fang. He did it all for them.
But then Kreiss took control of the artificial Fal'C, and now we need to find out why.
Welcome. You have accessed the Academy datanet.
Was that us? From before? This machine can show different eras.
He might have been watching us from here the whole time.
Do you mean Kreiss?
If that's who he really was, the Kreiss we met in Academia seemed different to me. I don't think he was the real Kreiss.
How could you tell?
We used to spend a lot of time together. We were both guardians. Warriors who were charged with protecting the Serahs, although I was young back then, just starting out. Anyway, he took off, left me and Yule on our own. I couldn't protect her, not by myself. Then, when it was just me left, a portal appeared. I went through it, and next thing I knew, I was in Valhalla.
You met them there, didn't you? My sister, and Kreiss.
I don't know why I keep running into him wherever I go. But I do know he wouldn't sacrifice the Serahs. It's not in him. There's no way he'd allow Yule to come to harm.
Well, we've got to find him. Yule brought us here, and we have to help.
Yeah. Not again. It's so frustrating.
What's wrong?
I'm missing some of my memories. I'm trying to think about what happened after Kreiss left us, but I can't remember how Yule died. But I remember her face. I remember it like it was yesterday.
The circuits are tangled with another age, Kupo.
It's being jammed by a paradox.
Maybe we can fix it with a key from another time.
Kupo!
The future city of academia is overrun by Seath. And the sealed pages of history may hold the reason why. Kreiss was here in this tower, where the secrets of the past still lie. Lightning, it was our faith in the tiniest chance that helped us get this far. We might not know what kind of answers are waiting for us, but there is one thing we've learned already. When the path ahead is too dark to see, sometimes it's important to just keep going. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. She doesn't know who we are. I guess she's not Alyssa after all.
Alyssa?
We used to know a girl who looked like you. But that was a long time ago now.
My apologies. I must recalibrate my previous greeting. It appears that you are acquainted with the original.
Original?
I am a duplicate of the Alyssa Zidell entity. My design is based on her biophysical data.
How'd she...
She's a machine!
A fabricated life form. Or a living machine. The semantics are irrelevant.
Alyssa, you haven't had any other visitors recently, have you? Like someone called Kreiss, for example.
The Kreiss entity came through recently, accompanied by a green-eyed girl. They were proceeding to the top of the tower.
Yule as well? Why is she here?
Is she trying to protect time? To protect history? Do you remember? That's what Kreiss said to us that time we met him in Erba.
Yeah, well... if that's why Yule is here, we're in big trouble. Kreiss said he entombs us in this tower and seals the forbidden history, right? What if that's the true timeline, and Yule is here to make it happen?
She's already seen what is going to happen to us here.
Right. Kreiss said we were distorting history, throwing the timeline into confusion. If he's right, we've got to be stopped.
If anyone knows the secrets of this tower, it'll be Kreiss. If it means resolving the paradox, we have to talk to him.
We make the first move. Sounds good to me. Let's get our future back.
Alyssa, will you take us to the top floor?
Of course. This way.
What's happening?
Is this a paradox?
Go see what's happening. What is this? No.
What the hell was that?
This was an effect of the paradox. You just witnessed an event that took place on this spot 187 years ago.
Wait a minute. So, you're saying the real Hope and Alyssa were murdered?
Yes, after the tower was completed. During the Proto-Fal'Cie development project, the artificial intelligence and humans came into conflict.
The artificial intelligence killed them? Because they were in the way?
I'm afraid so.
Hope and the others were killed in this tower. And then, after they were dead, the AI took control of the Academy.
A broken Fal'Cie was created by a broken artificial intelligence. Humans were betrayed, and then they were wiped out.
And the duplicates were mechanical puppets that were built to hide what happened. You two have seen it now. You've seen the forbidden history. People who know too much have to be buried. It stopped moving.
Looks like they closed the door on us. Well, now we've seen the forbidden history. Does that mean we're stuck here for good?
200 years ago, you learned the forbidden history, and were entombed in that tower as a consequence. But now you stand before me alive and well once again. What can that be if not a paradox?
Do you remember what Kreiss said? In his memory, the next thing that happens is... we die.
That's why he acted the way he did. As far as he was concerned, we were supposed to be dead. He saw us 200 years later, assumed it was a paradox, and tried to get rid of us.
But there's a way out. If we can survive now instead of dying, that will automatically change history. We can save the future.
Agreed. Alyssa and Hope's fate are in our hands. It's not over yet. Not by a long shot.